Podcast time.
Podcast time. Do you listen to podcasts on Spotify or Apple?
I haven't really been
Apple usually. I don't really listen to podcasts on Spotify.
I'm a Spotify guy through and through.
I feel like that's where I go to get my music, on.
That's the music for me is Spotify.
So why wouldn't you listen to it within the same app?
Just because I like separation.
I like a little bit of video, to be honest, on my podcast.
Same. I'm a video.
I don't know what it is.
I'm a video podcast guy.
Really? Are you?
Yeah,
No,
I am. I don't know why.
I don't like the video aspect.
Because I feel like if I'm not listening to or if I'm not watching the video, I feel like it's like FM radio.
Exactly.
That's
Like
how
I
I
used
feel
to
like
watch Joe on YouTube and when he went to Spotify, I'm like, I haven't listened to him since.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I didn't listen to him until he started putting videos out. So now if it's
really?
somebody I like I watched the Miley Cyrus one and I watched the Dave Chappelle one. So if it's somebody that I like, then I'll watch it. Or I think I watched the Andrew Schultz one as well.
I feel like as far as that goes,
it's funny.
Dude,
I feel like that's kind of an anomaly as far as podcasts are concerned. Because like I feel like our scene might be one of the only people that cares about video on podcasts, like the gaming space.
You think so?
Steph,
I don't know.
I mean, when I was talking to Steph and her friends about it, and they all listened to like basically the big podcasts, especially the murder ones.
Did I send you that TikTok? Did I send you that TikTok?
There's video with them?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, yeah, some of them have video as well. And they were like, that's not a podcast. And I was like, well,
it is a podcast. Yeah,
it is, but it's videotape.
Yeah, no,
it's kind of like a talk
I wonder
show.
if that interest is only really outside of. I wonder if that exists outside of the gaming space because most of the content that we consume is video.
I'm sure it does.
There's a visual.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't like watching or don't like listening to podcasts, but like watching them. It's just something about it. Like I was listening to the Office Ladies for a little while, and there was a few things that they did, and I was like, man, I wish they released this in video because like I would have loved to have seen that moment.
The reaction, yeah,
right.
You see their facial expressions.
Right.
I don't know why I like that too.
No, I like that. I mean, I like that a lot. That's why whenever I was like working on like the future of Around the Bar, it's like I want things to be in person. I think in-person video podcasts are the best.
I agree.
100%.
I mean, because that's all of the boxes ticked. Everybody gets what they want.
Right.
Even if you listen on, it's the best quality because nothing has to go over the internet. The exact same quality mics. If you're watching in video, you get to see expressions, and a lot of times, like a conversation is just so more fluid when you can see the other.
And you can see each other, and you can bounce off each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know how we got to. I guess that's the start of Summercast episode 12. We're back.
Yeah. Talking about podcasts.
talking about podcasts.
It's podcast meta.
It's super meta.
We'll make that
us doing podcast meta. The title gonna get 10,000.
Now we're on the new. We're on the new.
Oh yeah.
The title game's been vibing though. I feel like the numbers are there as far as YouTube goes.
Yeah. I mean, YouTube is just YouTube. You never really know.
Yeah, it goes up and down. You never know.
We tried to switch around the titles a little bit. It's not bad. We're so annoying at Call of Duty, did all right.
No one hit 12. That's not bad.
Dylan Envoy
usually are around when we do really good.
It's because I think YouTube is on the verge of changing. And I like the fact that it is. Actually, it seems like there are two different elements of it because the super like, oh my God, you'll never believe what happened here with the red boxes and the arrows.
Yeah.
Like that is always, I don't think that's going to go anywhere, but there is another element where it's kind of like if you see the, what is his name? Well, there's Jay Schlatt and then there's, I guess Dream is kind of this way as well. And then in COD there's Futives, and there's just people that only put up a screenshot and then title it something. Just title it something casual.
I was about to say, have you ever seen Biffle's YouTube?
No, I don't think so.
It's just literally a picture of him holding a gun and a screenshot of somewhere in Warzone.
Right.
Nothing else.
Yeah. And that's
not even words.
Just
yeah.
It's just him holding the current meta gun.
Yep.
And a screenshot of Warzone, dude, and it just popped.
I like it. I like it.
It's just I like having a little variety in terms of what I see in the sub boxes, which is kind of what I was going for us. Just changing it to just very simple, all lowercase, vibey titles.
Yeah, I think we're eventually gonna have. I don't know if you can do the thumbnails that we do with the titles we want to do, because then it's like you kind of have to commit to one or the other.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I kind of just wanted
to. I
just wanted to get a taste of the low key titles, and I like them so far. I scrolled down in one of the comments and said, and literally someone already said like, I like these comments these titles way better.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I was about to say the Black Ops 2 one that we have is actually clean. It's just simple. That's how the Biffle one is.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. That's kind of
I like that a lot.
That's kind of how the Modern Warfare 2 one, and that one popped. That's like a top 5 video we've ever made. The Modern Warfare 2 one, and it was just like what Black Ops
which is
or
fitting.
What Modern Warfare 2 looks like in 2021. Which I love those videos. I love going back and looking at like old school videos. I even think that because Seth has been uploading again, and I think Seth should do live comms. I think Seth should do a live comm on each Call of Duty in the past.
I mean, it's Seth, so I feel like he can run it regardless. But I feel like that part of YouTube is still kind of missing. I'm the same way with frag movies and stuff, like just pure edited different clips from competitive matches and stuff. I would love to make a league play frag movie in Vanguard.
That would actually be fire, low key.
Yeah,
I mean, league play was just so delayed in Cold War.
You know the clips go hard if it's
exactly. I mean, it's like watching an old Halo montage. It's like all of them were recorded in MLG playlist, full montage in the playlist. So every clip just kind of carries a little bit of validity to it because it's not just absolute bots. It's like these guys are my skill level. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I'd love to do a frag movie like that.
Apparently, Vanguard's going to drop with league play.
Yep, that's what I've heard. It's not that I'm counting on it, but bro, if it's within the first month, I'm good.
I'll believe it when I think it will be within the first month. There's just it
won't be perfect off rip.
But like it feels almost wrong to be able to open up the game and click league play. You know what I mean? I get it. I understand it. And if they do that and there's wonky things in it, it's understandable. But basically the fact that they've already addressed that, like, hey, the timeliness of league play is crucial. It is. And you have to keep people interested. So I'm glad that's already kind of addressed.
Do you remember playing Domination when Black Ops 2 first announced league play or first release?
No, I don't.
I remember playing Domination on Express and throwing down those
shock charges.
Throwing down shock charges on the flags, and then someone else would put a Betty. Oh no, you could throw a shock charge and a Betty down. So I would throw a shock charge, a bouncing Betty, and then I would try to get B flag. So if they tried to get C, then
you get the zap and then boom. Shock charges are crazy.
Yeah, so that's.
You think it's gonna come out, but it's not gonna have any GAs or anything. It's just gonna be straight out the box.
Yeah, straight out the box. And
which is fine, and then refine it. That's fine. I'll take that.
Vanguard, I like Vanguard, and I can't wait to play it on PC. First of all, because I think it's gonna be smooth and beautiful, and
it's gonna be buttery.
Yeah,
I was really impressed by the maps. Honestly, the maps play really smooth. So
yeah,
I'm actually interested to see the new maps they come out with.
I always get scared because of when Ghost was released, because Ghost is the only S&D, or is the only Call of Duty that was released without S&D. S&D was nowhere to be found. You could play
and it became one of the best S&D games. Period, which is odd.
Right. Yeah. You could play S&D in private match, but there was no S&D. In the public actual playlist, public playlist, because they tried to promote search and rescue, which was why they didn't release S&D. Yep. And it's just like the fact that happened.
I mean, it's the same thing with Blitz and Hardpoint, same game.
Right. But But the thing is Ghost was the year after Black Ops 2, which was when Hardpoint was So they kind of were like, you could be like, well, we were already working on it. We can't implement hardpoint.
Right. That's true.
But
you know what I'm okay.
But the thing is with this patrol game mode coming out, and it's a cool game mode. I like it for pubs especially. I think snipers are going to have a field day with patrol. But I'm terrified that they think it replaces hardpoint.
So if you haven't played
Control is the moving hardpoint.
Exactly. So if you haven't played Control at all, or Patrol, if it's on the Vanguard Alpha and the Beta, it's basically as if God shines a flashlight down on the map and the flashlight moves around. And if you stay within the flashlight, you get points.
Yeah.
So it is a moving circular hardpoint.
We did play that, and I honestly don't know if that would be good for competitive at all.
I don't think it would be.
Way.
Well,
and I don't even know.
It's hard to tell. Go.
The only part that makes sense about it, I'm not. Hardpoint is one of the staples to me. Don't take out hardpoint. But the only thing that I get about it is it is essentially rotating. So in terms of like, say, the jungle map that we played on with the rocks and the beach and stuff, I have no idea what it was called. But like basically when it's jungle, it moves all the way down the beach and then hangs out by that little tin shack. So in terms of like rotation, it's like, yo, we already lost this time. Just move to that place. I understand that is still playable, but it's basically just a cheese version of the actual competitive game.
I don't know how you can control a map with that game mode, because how do you control? How do you control spawns and stuff?
I don't know.
It's just a lot of. It looks.
And it's not like it's confirmed that they're doing that, but yes, it is very similar.
But that was my first thought as soon as I saw what the game type was.
Oh, same.
I was like, oh no, because it's good. But that's the one thing about developers is they all want to have the next uplink. They want the next game type that's going to be a staple.
They want to have the third game mode.
Because Black Ops 2 crushed it with Hardpoint. And then AW crushed it with Uplink. But besides then, I mean, I guess Black Ops 4 with Control. But like it's not.
I actually like Control.
I like Control, but I don't love Control. I think Control is a good swing mode.
So do you think there's a world where it's Hardpoint, Patrol, S&D?
I hope not.
I hope not, but I will take that over.
If they don't touch Hardpoint S&D, I don't really care what the third one is, as long as it's not Dom.
Exactly.
Don't give me
Dom. Don't put Dom.
We can put Demo. It can be Blitz. It can be Demo. It can be Control. It can be...
It can be Sabotage.
It can be Sabo.
Hey, don't hate on Sabotage.
Oh, I know.
I love Sabo.
The problem about Sabotage, it could be a 30-second game or a 30-minute game.
30 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the longest Sabotage game in recorded history is 9 days.
That's
in the Guinness World Record.
It was set on block.
It
was boy Hastro just still pre-aimed until this day.
That's so funny. Man. Yeah, but I think we're at a point in Call of Duty now, even if jetpacks come back, we're at a point in Call of Duty now where it's S&D and Hardpoint. Figure out the third one. Unless jetpacks come back, then we already have the third one. But
what if CTF comes back?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It could.
CTF. I think CTF is my favorite game type, but that's because I come from the Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 era, where those were the best. It was so much fun in those games. Yeah. Now, in AW and in especially World War II, like killed everyone's idea of CTF.
Yeah, the only reason is because you will cap a flag and then you can just defend all game.
Yeah,
and it is kind of
you spawn behind the flag all the time. That's how it seemed in Modern Warfare or in World War II. It's like you didn't really spawn out, and if you spawned out, you're still spawning out behind the flag, so they could just pin you down. It's not like if you overextended a little bit, then you spawn like on the other side of the map. You know what I mean? Like. Like that red, like you get Burger Town spawn on.
Oh, for sure. You know, like I'm gonna push spawns. I'm gonna push spawns.
Right.
And then if you lose that, you're getting double capped.
Right.
Like it's almost 2 flags.
Exactly.
Or a stop, which is cool. I mean, it adds a element to the game that's risky for an OE.
It just seemed like no one ever spawned out. It seemed like it was like very, very slow, and I don't know. I really wish we'd give CTF another go. I don't know. I think now that there's a league, I think this should be talked about way beforehand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In terms of what the third game.
In sort of what
I mean, maybe it is, but like in terms of as far as I know, we have very fortunately had access to some of the earliest hands-on of the game, and like they ask for feedback and stuff, which is great. I love having that conversation, but at the same time, like there could be, and if there is in the back end, then I'm just uninformed. But like a full-on talk with the CDL, like both talent and the league organizers and people that have been around and new people, and just basically lab it out and play some of those game modes behind the scenes. But I mean, maybe that's what they're going for with league play off the ground.
Yeah, I think they have to lab it out, honestly, because some CTF, like some maps for CTF just doesn't work, and then some control maps don't work. So
yeah,
it honestly depends on the map a lot, to be honest.
It's funny. I see a lot of comments in our things that we've uploaded. It's like, wait, Blake actually likes a World War II game? And I was like, I just kind of leaned into the World War II hate because that game was very ugly. And I literally never played it. It was very ugly.
Yeah, it wasn't vibrant at all. It was very depressing.
It was so depressing. But apparently the league play system was one of the best, period.
Yeah.
It's
the ELO system they had was actually one of the best.
It's like the only good one.
If you're at high ELO, you're playing pros the whole time, which is awesome. I mean, it's just like Halo 3.
Yeah. What I liked is that there were actually a lot of people being known in the scene because of the ELO and stuff, because there were high ranked ELOs, so they'll play pros.
So it's like, who is this guy? And then they keep playing him.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually do it like that a lot.
That's how Abizi first got like known. I mean, everybody knew Abizi because he was winning tournaments with Tupac.
He was winning S&D tournaments.
But like, he was like, I think he was top 5 or top 10 on his main account and his burner account that he made so that he could rank that one up too. So it was like EU Abizi because I think he was on that little squad, the little EU squad.
It was like Abizi and Abizi's burner.
Yeah, I was like, there was 2 Abizis on the top 10.
That's awesome.
And I think that's dope because that's one reason nobody really played league play. Like nobody played league play in Cold War. Nobody did. The pros did.
The pros latched onto it a little bit, but I mean, I know some people played it because we'd meet people in there all the time that are like, "Yo, TST," which is dope. But in terms of like a grand scale of things, it's just because the reward system was so limited. It was just very grinder heavy because it's the same system as Black Ops 4, wasn't it? Because Black Ops 4 was.
Yeah, it was.
Black Ops 4 is basically like whoever finishes the season at the highest points, that's who gets all the points. And basically, yes, there is punishment for losing and, a benefit to winning, but it was literally just a grinders thing. It was who spends the most time on the ladder wins the ladder.
Yeah.
Which, it doesn't work for ELO. But if League Play has a good ELO system and they hit the ground running and keep refining what's allowed in the playlist and even incorporating DLC maps as you go, I literally think that might be all we play besides 3v3, just like vibing and drinking and stuff. But like,
that's the thing. They got to keep updating that playlist a lot because a lot's going to change like the first month or 2 of the game. Like you're going to know what's broken and what's not.
I will say they did do that for Cold War. They added APOC as the barrels and stuff got banned. Like immediately the Tiger Team barrel was banned for the snipes.
Yeah.
It was granted the snipes were allowed in league play, but I feel like that's kind of a weird circumstance because there has not ever been a game like Cold War in relation to snipers.
What's funny is that the pros, I don't think the pros play 8s anymore. They just play league play. So I think league play literally replaces 8s. Because I remember someone saying, I don't know, I think it was in Suma's chat or something like, bring back 8s or something.
Really?
Yeah.
But league play took that spot off.
Yeah.
8s, so.
I guess it's like scrims. It's like people organize scrims so much, and now that the league has a little bit of like actual foundation to it and legitimacy, it's like, hey, you just want to play? It's like, yeah, we'll just play league.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's very simple to set up.
As far as like all it did was provide. It did nothing to increase Call of Duty. It just provided something.
It just gave a playlist.
Right. It just gave a playlist. Like if you look like the fact that so many people are playing Apex, and it's a good game. It's not a bad game, but I don't think as many people would be playing if there wasn't a rank system. If there wasn't a rank system as good as the rank system that they have. That's all I see anyone talking about. Same with Valorant.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I'm-
think Rocket League would just be like a party game to most people if it wasn't for ranks?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's
I think so
That's how
too.
Apex is too. You just always want to improve. So
Yeah.
you see the little points on the top right on Apex. You're like, dude, if I get this much, I can get to Masters. Like that. That's so addicting, dude. It's
Oh,
almost like
amazing.
prestige. Like back when you first started Call of Duty, you see the little prestige. You just want to keep going to the next.
You're
one.
prestiging versus somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
that's it's fun. It's fun to watch people to watch them grind, to watch them try to get better. And I feel I can't even imagine. It's the same thing that I said whenever there were rumblings about a BR in COD, or then there were rumblings about cross-platform. It's like I can't even imagine what that would be like to have people so excited to play Call of Duty. And then Warzone came out, and I was like, "Holy shit! This is all I've ever wanted."
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's all I've ever wanted. Same
To
with
have all your IRL friends that
Right.
are not in the gaming scene talk about the game.
yes, to have Shroud.
Nuts.
I remember watching Shroud play a gunfight tournament, and I was like, "This against Methods," and I was just like, "What the fuck is happening?" Like, it's so dope. It's so cool, and I feel like there's something there. And if we got that, I'm super glad it came to Call of Duty. Like
Yeah.
all these like creators came to Call of Duty, but if they come to competitive Call of Duty, that would be
Oh, that'd be
a wet
nuts.
dream.
Super
Literally,
fun.
like that
Yeah.
it would be insane. So people within Call of Duty know how good the World War II system was. It's just how bad the game was.
Yeah.
And I wonder if Modern Warfare would have had a good elo system if people would play if people that would have played that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. MW is kind of like it's such a special game to me because it's like it attracts so much casual play because there just seems to be a lot of play styles that cater to casual play. But I mean, I legitimately love that game. But
Yeah.
for competitive, it was such a flop just because of so many little things, and of course, just timing in the pandemic and stuff. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm trying to imagine what a ranked play would look like in MW. I mean, I feel like it would do well,
Yeah, I feel
but
like it would too, to be honest.
but I feel like it's opposite of Cold War. I mean, Cold War is like the only people I really see playing Cold War like grinders, and I meet up with kids in League play, and I'm like, yo, these kids are twisted.
Yeah.
Whereas like when I play MW, it's squads of 4 to 6 people that all have their gold clan tags with their team, and they're trying to shit talk and run fire shotties and stuff. It's like I don't
They're doing
know.
all the goofy
MW has like a vintage feel to the public playlists, and Cold War is like the hyper competitive one, at least what it seems from what we play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean that makes sense too. It's kind of like
But yeah, I do think it would attract. I think that is why it only attracts that type of player, because the competitive player has. Why would you have any interest in playing MW, especially right now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you want to, I mean, especially if these kids are like actually going to compete or like try and play in challenges and stuff, you're gonna play
Yeah.
the current title.
The weirdest thing that I don't know if it's there's so many parts of Vanguard right now where I'm like, I wonder if they did that on purpose or if that's like if that is a glitch. And it's the
Like
way
what?
like the
Okay.
way you
Like
run
what?
the way you run through doors. Like
Mhm.
sometimes it doesn't make a noise. You just run through the door. And then the way you run through those barricaded windows, sometimes it makes a noise,
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't. And then
I think that's an error because that happens
Yeah.
in MW sometimes too.
really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it won't make a
It,
noise.
it happens
yeah.
in Warzone as well. And what's funny is it always makes the noise on the enemy POVs.
Yeah.
Does it? Okay.
hmm
I wonder if they did the visual gunfire like that on purpose. How you can't see anything.
See, that was
I'm
a lot
sure
different.
I'm sure they did to a degree,
'Cause
but
that-
also
that
it's
is
just
very
hard on
heavy.
PS4. It's hard to.
That was
I mean,
a,
also getting shot in Vanguard, you can't see anything.
I
So
mean,
I
did
don't
y'all
know.
play the beta? Or are you going off of the alpha?
Yeah, no, we played the beta.
Oh, you did? Okay.
The beta.
I didn't remember if you guys
Yep.
played or not.
Yep.
Yeah, it was and also the footsteps. Do you think the footsteps is on purpose? How
Was
they're
it
doing
quieter
it?
for you?
This is like one of those things where it's like if I tweet it, I don't exactly know how I feel yet, so I'm not really prepared to like talk about it.
Right.
But like when I go back and play Black Ops 2, sprinting around completely silent the whole time, it is legitimately weird to me, and I actually don't like it. I don't like complete dead silence all the time, especially in a game with auto attack. But it's just meet me in the middle because MW was ridiculous. I remember they did like 2 or 3 knockdowns of footstep audio. And dude, you literally have to like whisper to your left stick and creep while crouched to not like full on stomp on a staircase playing MWSND. But in Vanguard, there is dead silence as a field upgrade, same as MW, but the footsteps are probably a fourth as loud as MW.
No, dude. Like when we go from playing Cold War to Warzone, you could tell how loud Modern Warfare in general is.
Oh no, it's just
Modern
such a
Warfare
loud game.
is so loud, like everything, like reloading, footsteps.
It's just
everything
crispy,
is so loud.
but the footsteps were too much.
Yeah, it's almost too much on the footsteps. That's why if it could be between literally Cold War and Modern Warfare, the footsteps, I actually wouldn't mind.
This is still my opinion. I think crouching and walking should be completely silent. I think sprinting should be audible within, let's say, 5 meters, or like 10 meters, or 5 meters, and then tack sprinting should be audible within like 10. Because dude, if you're tack sprinting down the map, you should be able to hear them. I think the days of complete dead silence, in my opinion, are over, and I don't necessarily mind that.
Yeah, I don't mind that either because there should be a little bit of punishment for sprinting like as fast as you can with your gun up. Like you should be able to hear a little bit.
And I get that it's extremely different from Black Ops 2 because Black Ops 2 literally, it's you never make noise unless you like mantle something. I don't even know what the mantle.
Well, that's not true.
Like
in Black Ops, you're thinking Modern Warfare 2 maybe? Well,
yeah, probably.
Yeah, because Modern Warfare 2 is dead silent all the time. My favorite was Black Ops 2 because in Black Ops 2, nobody ran dead silence and respawn.
Yeah.
And so you could hear them, but you couldn't. It wasn't like in Modern Warfare 2. You can literally hear them across the map. It's got to be the loudest footsteps ever.
It's ridiculous.
MW,
you mean without dead silence, MW2.
Right. And exactly. And MW is really loud as well. So if we could find that balance of, but in that case, I still want a perk. In my opinion, I still would like a perk.
The only thing I don't like about the perk is that it just makes it mandatory.
Yeah, like it almost doesn't matter.
I don't like.
Yeah, it almost doesn't matter what they put in the third perk because you're gonna use that silence. Well, so it doesn't even make sense anymore.
I mean, kind of. In Modern Warfare, in World War II, there's a few strats where people would just bum rush the hill, and when they did that, or bum rush the site, and when they did that, they did not put on. DS.
That's silence. Yeah.
They would just put on.
And I mean, I think we're on the right trail of finding out the perfect balance. MW is too far in the non-dead silence way, and I don't think we'll ever go back to full on absolute dead silence. But like, dude, in Cold War, mantling something, it might be the loudest thing in the game, or picking up the bomb. It's disgusting.
That shit just doesn't make sense to me.
And it's like the whole game's kind of quiet, and then you mantle a window, and it's like
yeah, it makes no sense.
How, like, and especially where there's, I mean, it's just like challing Green Machine P2 on Garrison. It's like I can't get in there unless I bring a bag of bricks with me and go all the way to boxes on the far right side. It's like it doesn't make sense to make the whole game that quiet and then have one game mechanic where you have to maneuver around the map being that loud.
That doesn't make sense to me either. I don't know why, but there's a lot about Cold War. Cold War, I feel like if you like the Black Ops engine and you like how you like how Black Ops feel, like the competitive wise of all the Black Ops games, how they feel, you're going to like Cold War. But there are so many things that Cold War had that just were not good. I hated how many trophy systems were always on the map. I literally hated
one thing I did hate. Playing competitive, that's why, I mean, the pros only carry 2 each, which is hilarious. But in league play, everyone's carrying trophies. So it doesn't even matter if you run equipment. It's just going to get blocked.
Snipes aren't allowed. No snipes in SND. Jiggle peek everything with a Krig. They buffed the Krig. The headshot multiplier is ridiculous. And there's everywhere is a trophy. Literally throwables were just call outs.
Dude,
that's what we're missing. We need throwables.
Dude, the the fact that tack and flak, you could
Don't
run
do
them
anything.
both for free. You could literally run them both for free unless you were running gunfighter. And then throwables did not affect you unless you're Seth and you get stuck every map. That's literally the only way.
Equipment almost didn't matter in Cold War at all.
It was literally just for a call out.
Yeah.
That's all they used them for. They throw it in a corner, get the call out, and then make a decision off that.
I've said it a million times, and I know it's not going anywhere because I know nobody cares what I say, but field upgrades are stupid, and they've been stupid.
Yeah.
They have
What about Dead
been
Silence?
stupid. Make it a perk.
Yeah.
They have
I don't know. I
stupid.
think I am a little bit not tainted, but I am swayed just slightly from playing Warzone.
I don't like Dead Silence as a field upgrade either. It has to be a perk. I don't like field upgrades at all.
The thing is if there was multiple things, then sure. But you have to run Dead Silence or you have to be the trophy guy for your team. And in Modern Warfare, there was no trophy. There was no Dead Silence. So everyone had a trophy on, and everyone had 4 of them. So then now you just have that place littered with trophies, and you still have 2 equipments. Like if you take away field upgrades, make Dead Silence a perk, make it a perk where you have to choose between Dead Silence or I don't know, like.
I think I think in the field upgrades for World War II is gonna be an armor plate. I think there might already be.
There's already one.
So I think in terms, and I do think as long as it is still balanced, like it can take 20% longer to kill or 30% longer to kill. That's fine as long as it's not stupid. I mean, imagine though you're 1v3 in a hard point and you have to break the hard point and you put the vest on and go in and get a 2-piece and then gun the third.
I mean.
Okay, if you're looking at it that way, then I kind of agree with you if it's a specialist. But the thing is they wanted to take the specialist and bring it over past Black Ops 4. And in Black Ops 4, if you pop specialist, you had a fucking grav slam, or you had a, you know what I mean, or you had a gun that shot
stick of death,
right?
Or
you had a gun that shot electricity. Like you had insane things.
It didn't matter what you had. As soon as you got your specialist, you got a free kill.
But you got to think, like, at least from the dev side of things, and I always try and play devil's advocate with the devs, but like, we still talk about the plays that Formal made with his specialist in.
I agree with you.
What game is that?
Black Ops
3.
Black Ops 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
was making sure it wasn't AW. I was like, wait, no, it was Black Ops 3. Yeah.
I agree with you. And specialists, I think specialists were a great part of jetpack games, as well as actually no, it was just the 2 jetpack games and Black Ops 4. I think it was a good way to do it. But the thing is that's like, if you want to have a specialist that you have to hit both triggers for, and make it dope, man. Make it like dope. Don't make it a trophy system. You know what I mean? And that was where my issue was. If you
I mean, I think Cold War field upgrades were the worst ones, period.
I honestly don't even remember what they had.
You're right.
They're bad. They're really
but
bad.
They're not that much worse than MW.
Modern Warfare.
MW, the only difference was Dead Silence.
I mean, let me field upgrades are
stopping power and Dead Silence.
Munitions crate, stopping power, trophy system, deployable cover, and a random weapon drop.
See, that is dumb. Bro, if
but
you're going to have a
DS is by far the best one.
Oh, no,
of
course.
I mean, unless you're like a ground war kid, then you just run stopping power. You get stopping power all the time.
Yeah.
So you just put stopping power on your AK with a 4-time scope.
So
go on top of the mountain.
So let's say, and obviously it's not necessarily what I want. I'm just saying, imagine it works out like this. And because, I mean, Overshield worked in Halo. So it's I get that armor can be in a competitive sense, but as soon as I hear the word armor, it's like my skin crawls.
Well, there's kinetic
for Call of Duty.
Kinetic was the purse.
Kinetic.
Kinetic.
So you make 3 field upgrades for Vanguard. One is stopping power.
Or one for each.
What you mean, one for each guy, and then you run it like specialist?
Yeah,
well, I can't think of 4, so maybe while I'm saying my 3, you come up.
I'll see if I come up with the last one.
There's stopping power, which gives you have to load it into your next clip, and your next Your next clip is stopping power rounds.
Yeah.
You have dead silence, and you have armor.
And
See, that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if you have a specialist, you pull out the fucking machine gun. Or you know what I mean? Or like if you want a specialist,
if they're trying to make dead silence is gonna be a field upgrade. It's not changing.
I know it's not. But I think it's dumb. Because all they did was just take what specialist is, and they were like, "Well, we have to keep doing this."
But it was all kill streaks mostly.
That's because that's what it's supposed to be. A specialist.
Yes, but in a game where there's also kill streak,
it's a specialist. It's supposed to be special.
Right. No, but that's why. I mean, it's field upgrade.
Having dead silence is not special, and a field upgrade. What, bro? They took something that's supposed to be a tactical, which is a fucking trophy system, and then they took something
having sleight of hand as a specialist.
They took something that's supposed to be a gun attachment, which is stopping power, and then they took something that's supposed to be a perk, and they just made them because they were like, we have the ability to make a special upgrade. Let's just keep it in because we're putting it in Warzone.
Yeah,
it's like that's how it felt.
No, that's how it feels 100%.
It's definitely all catered towards Warzone, which I'm okay with because Warzone has been amazing.
That's the baby,
right?
For sure. And dude, once the anti-cheat, you know how many players are gonna come back just to try it out without the possibility of having a cheater in your lobby and a full new map.
Dude, the new map is supposed what I'm
excited about. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know. My closing words are the entirety of the field upgrade. Whether or not I like it or would ever want to see anything like it again is all hinged on how loud the Footstep audio is. I agree. The entire thing is based on that, in my opinion.
And that's what I'm saying is playing the beta. Did you realize? Because it's not that the footsteps weren't. It's not that the footsteps were quiet. It seemed like they weren't even there. I got assassinated like 3 times and never.
Yeah.
No, they were quiet.
I was very happy because I could only hear people when I was like on the other side of a fruit stand as them. And I was like, oh, now I hear them. They're right here. Like I can hear them in this back tunnel. But that's it. I mean,
and it's probably going to be
literally entirely
that's
opposite.
Probably on purpose.
It's probably going to be different in 4v4 because it's not as much. There's not a glide bomb.
Yeah, we're playing 9v9.
Yeah.
Oh no, but I'm talking about even in the alpha. You got 18 other different gunfights going on.
Right.
So you can't hear anything. And I'm sure it's going to be louder, but the fact that it is already that subdued, it was the complete opposite before. It was like, oh my God, I can hear everyone if you just sit in the middle of the map.
Yeah.
So if they make Footstep audio a good balance, I don't think dead silence makes or breaks the game as a field upgrade. But it's definitely a thin line. They have to walk it well, for sure.
Yeah. Because in my opinion, I think 5v5 low-key saved MW. Is that a crazy? It was horrible.
It's crazy.
But I think it saved it because there are so many times where you had to 3-hit a hill because they can hear you. So if you get 2 down,
they knew you were coming.
If you get 2 down, in a 4v4, if you get 2 down, you sit in a corner and wait to hear the other 2.
Oh, dude, yeah. It will be a lot more campier.
It would be
in 4v4.
so campy. Bro, they would throw a smoke at the hill and 5 hit it.
That was the problem in 5v5s that people just triple push stuff.
Yeah, triple
hit. Whereas in 4v4s, you can't do that. You got to play it smart.
I know a lot of wager kids. Sorry, I'm interjecting here, but I just had I realized we've never talked about this. A lot of wager kids are like, dude, 4v4 with no smokes is whack. Yeah. I would not lose a minute of sleep never seeing a smoke grenade in Call of Duty ever again.
Dude. I do not like smokes.
I am not a fan of smokes, and they never work right ever. There's always something that breaks with a smoke. Always.
The one thing is, we had to use smoke.
In 1989, Hector couldn't jump or scope in because of smokes.
That's true.
And in 2020, I don't get aim assist because of smokes. Yeah. Like, how are we going that far? And smokes still don't work.
It's weird because nobody used them in Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. But in Black Ops 2 and in Ghost, people used them. And in both of those games, it worked fine.
Yep.
And
I think
that's
they
why
just try to
smoke
take,
again.
they try to take aim assist also that you wouldn't just look at the smoke
Lock
and like
through
walk
the
into
smoke, but
someone.
it
Yeah.
just doesn't. It just it's like
Yeah.
even 3 feet out of the smoke, you still don't get aim assist. So if you're having a gunfight on the edge of the smoke,
Yeah.
no one
I
has
hate it
aim
so
assist, dude.
much.
It's so it makes me feel like such a bot.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
It's so messed up. I mean, I understand. I will hear smokes coming back if snipes are back. That's fine.
Oh, snipes.
I understand.
I think
And snipes will be back.
snipes will be back
for sure.
because it's the MW engine. So
Oh,
like snipes.
she's
Snipes will be
she's so
back.
beautiful. She's my favorite.
Dude, I was
She's
going.
my favorite too, to be honest.
I was going crazy trying to slide cancel because I feel.
Oh, because of the tack delay.
Because I
yeah,
I,
it's
I
like a
kept
different
jumping.
timing, right?
I kept jumping. Yeah, there's it's like you have
It's a
to
different
slide,
timing.
slide jump, slide jump. You have to slide
It's like
jump.
a slower.
You have to
It's
slide.
basically-
Wait,
so
whereas
you
Modern
can't-
Warfare, Modern Warfare was
Exactly.
way faster. You got to go. Da-da, da-da,
Yeah.
da-da. Whereas
Because it reset
Vanguard is
auto
just
attack
pop,
every
pop, pop.
time. Whereas the
Yeah.
reset on auto attack is on a timer rather than an input,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
I kept
but-
jumping, bro, and every
yeah,
time I
I
jumped,
at the very end of your jump, right, or your slide.
yeah,
you
at the
jump.
very
You're
end of the
like, what
of the
heck?
slide, I would jump, and then I'd go,
Yeah.
"Fuck, dude, I feel like
I
a
hate that
bot,
too.
bro. I felt
I hate that too.
terrible."
When we were playing the alpha, when George and I were playing the alpha, Zuma was watching us, and I guess a lot of the CDL guys didn't feel like hooking up their PS4, grabbing it out of a storage unit
Yeah.
just to play.
Yeah,
So Zuma was watching us and kind of giving his thoughts on the game, and he was like, "What? Why does Blake keep jumping? Why does he keep jumping?" And I was like, "No, leave me alone,
Trust
dude.
me, I'm not
I know
trying."
how to slide cancel. I promise, bro. It's different. It's different. But I couldn't figure it out for the longest
Yeah.
time. But then I was like, "Oh, it's a timing thing."
yeah, it is.
Yeah, once I realized it was a timing thing, I was like, oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just I literally cannot wait to get my grubby, sweaty fingers on PC Vanguard.
It's
Oh,
gonna.
this
dude,
week.
I can't
That's
either,
that's
dude.
in 3. It's in 3 days.
I could finally, I'll be able to see on the map, dude. That would be incredible.
Y'all gotta
honestly.
do that on the main channel because I won't be
Oh,
here.
we'll be
Yeah, we
streaming on the
will.
main channel the whole time.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. Hitch has to fly to California to smoke weed and play MW2.
For the third time, bro. No, well, not the
Dang
smoke
it,
weed.
dude. You gotta go to the west. to
You
smoke
gotta
the
go.
weed.
You're gonna go to California, pop bottles with Hex, smoke weed, play versus FaZe in MW2, carry Maniac Nick Kirshner to an MW2 championship, and make a couple thou.
Bro, there's a possibility.
All to promote the OpTic FaZe merch collab, which comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a possibility we get smoked, bro. There's a possibility.
Nah, dude, the FaZe boys are gonna be so faded. There's no
I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
You gotta pass around as fast as you can, honestly.
I am not worried.
It's gonna be the night before, and he's like, "Tommy, you trying this?"
you gotta hotbox the place as soon as you can.
Because there's a 6v6 S&D. I'm not worried about that one.
No.
I feel confident on 60 because it's gonna be snipe only because it's the
Yeah.
FaZe versus OpTic.
Sure.
So I'm good with that one. But the 4v4 headquarters, bro. What team are we gonna use? It's got to be. Well, Hex has to be in there, so it's gonna be Hex,
right?
Yeah.
Hex, Seth, Matt, and then I don't know. I guess
Yeah, and
both.
then by
yeah.
the way,
Oh.
Chad, I already tried to pry my way into there, but the roster was already set. So, yes, as soon as I saw MW2 sniping, literally, I was just fully torqued, full
Yeah.
mast.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
he's
saw
sniping his
66.
back.
Yeah, I saw 6v6 headquarters. I was like, what?
Yeah, I was like, get me in there. I texted
I
him.
was-
I was like, no, get me in that thing. And he was like, I'm sorry, bro. It's already locked. And I was like, oh, it's cool. I'll just stay here, play
I
Vanguard.
mean,
It's
you
fun.
think you can sight while you're faded?
I'm not gonna.
I'd be taking a baby sip. I'd be like, ooh, that's strong.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm faded. And then meanwhile, I'm sitting up full straight, just
He's got
grinding
gamer grip.
in-
Just
in-
yeah,
in
I'm faded,
66
bro.
Scrapyard headquarters.
just.
Yep.
That's gonna be nuts, though. I'm excited.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna be awesome. Also, that merch is so fire. If
Yeah.
you were thinking about getting
Ooh.
some, they hooked us up with basically the full gamut of everything in there. 2 boxes, beautiful collab. They do it so right.
yeah,
And I thought it would look weird together, but it just doesn't. It just fits so well.
The FaZe and OpTic.
The FaZe and the OpTic, like using the O and using the whole
clean.
Yeah,
F, it is awesome, man. I truly love that drop.
I was so sad George couldn't go.
Oh,
no,
bro,
it was a heartbreaker.
I literally got COVID. I got COVID 5 days before, and I knew it in my head.
Yeah,
Oh, I knew you knew it. I
we were
tell,
on
I didn't want to say
stream.
it.
Yeah, we were on stream, and I was like, dude, and you were like, what? I was like, I feel terrible, and you were like, and then I was like, dude, we're like 5 days away. I said that on stream, like, dude, we're like 3 or 4 days away, and I knew it. And then that weekend, I felt like trash.
Yeah.
And you guys like,
funny.
you said you
The
both
first day
were
you were
like,
sick, I said, are you sick or are you George sick? And you
Yeah.
said, well, the weird part is George sick is just a headache, but I've been coughing. And I was
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
Just wait, what is it? Is it?
That's exactly what
Yeah,
went through my head.
I knew it. I knew
Exactly.
it wasn't a George sick. I
Yep.
was like, that's just not a George. That's not how I feel.
Yep.
Because George sick, I literally just go get water, chill for a bit,
And then you're good. You bounce-
ibuprofen, and I'm
exactly.
chilling.
We bounce back.
But I didn't feel that way. And then you guys were like, you should get tested. I was like, I will the next day. The next day, I lost my sense of taste and smell, and I was like,
It's
there's just no point. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed, dude.
Have you gotten it back?
No, not yet.
Damn.
What's funny is I sent George like a super sad picture of me eating BurgerFi alone in the airport, and I said, "Miss you."
That's
Yeah.
that's
But then
You
I didn't
did.
text you the rest of the time because
Oh,
I
you
was like,
didn't?
I am not going to be bombarding this guy with what
Well,
we're
how
up to.
happy I am,
how
and while
fun it
while
was,
I'm in the
yeah.
bed, just like,
And I was like, cool, because one part of me was like, yo, text your boy, like he's homesick, and I was like, I ain't going. Hey
Nah,
man,
I
how are
didn't-
you?
I
But
didn't
what
wanna
are you
hear
up
it.
to?
I
And
didn't
was
want to hear
like-
it. I didn't want to hear it.
we just went to catch, and Seth got 18 doubles. So I ain't gonna be
Nah.
doing that.
I did not want to hear it.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
like, nah.
I mean, it was a good trip. I sincerely missed you there, but the only benefit is that I think a couple of the FaZe homies that they were expecting to be there weren't there too, so the numbers were pretty even. Because even me and Hitch had to sit out for basketball,
yeah.
and so we all three of us would have been cheerleaders.
And it
Just
was
sitting on
it
the
was
sideline.
knockout, right? I saw knockout on the list.
It was horse.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
horse.
horse.
yeah.
Oh, dude, knockout would have been fucking lit.
Yeah, so we played paintball and we played basketball, but it wasn't paintball or basketball. You know what I mean? Like it was like
Mhm,
different things. And they were so much fun. I'm excited to see those videos
I can't wait to
edited.
see those videos.
Yeah, the vlog came out today on OpTic Gaming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that
Oh, cool.
that one's really good.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
So the FaZe vlog comes out soon, and then there's the 3 videos that we did.
Mhm.
Did
Well,
you know?
those you know if those go live on the drop day on the 17th or
I'm not sure.
yeah, I don't know.
I
I'll have
didn't.
to check though.
Did you know? True DM'd me today and said, "Hey man, I saw you guys watch the video that I edited, and that's really crazy to me." So the video we watched in the theater, True edited that.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Wow.
Well, then remind me to roast him for the last 8
No,
minutes.
not him. He didn't do that part.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
He didn't do that one.
Somebody was
Well, I
going
mean,
to get
I mean,
that was Roger.
Basically, it was a throwback to an old piece of FaZe content, and it felt like they just forgot to trim it. If that
Yeah.
makes sense, it was super funny, but the main person who was of the video in, I could tell he was uncomfortable that it went on that long.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah,
It's
it was-
basically like, imagine if they were like, "Yo, we're gonna give you TST history," and they brought out me and you dancing in the garage, and I was like, "Oh, that shit's funny." But
Yeah.
then it played the whole video. That's,
Oh no.
that's what I
it would
mean.
be
It
like,
wasn't
yeah.
unfortunate for me.
Yeah.
And I was totally fine to watch it, but I was like, bro, he's dying over there. You got to change it.
Yeah. What Tommy? At one point, Tommy goes, "This video's going downhill."
and
shot.
it's all Tommy. It's an
No
old
shot.
Tommy.
Yeah,
vlog,
it's an old like vlog from him.
That's
Yep.
funny.
He was like, man, they really slacked off at the end of this video. It was so funny,
That's
bro.
actually pretty
It was
funny.
so- I mean, dude, the introduction to the video, I mean, you'll
It's
see
true.
it, but it
Yeah.
banged.
It
And it's true.
banged.
That makes it's like two titans.
Yeah.
It's like montage, and then the last like 8 minutes is just old Tommy vlog from like
Oh my
1990s.
god.
like 2006.
yeah, it is.
Vlogs
It
of
is
Temper.
old. It's got like the bottom right with the VHS. It's old school.
Yeah.
They couldn't afford True for the whole video.
Hey, that's my boy though.
Hey,
my boy.
boy.
I ain't charging an arm and a
boy.
leg. I told you we ain't cheap. Boy.
Yeah, they were like, we'll do True for the intro, but for the rest.
He was like, yo, I gotta go sail this ship right now, boy. Y'all gonna have to find somebody.
That's so funny.
Damn, True's getting the bag.
So I guess real quick, how was you guys' champs experience? Because we haven't even talked about champs.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I mean, that's the first event that we've been to since Champs 2019. Another California event.
So
Mhm.
So it was
crazy.
Champs of Black Ops 4, and then we didn't go to the homestands for MW. Then
Yeah.
the pandemic hit. Then the majority of Cold War wasn't played on LAN. There was one LAN in Texas, and then Champs, which is crazy. I mean, we did a lot of growing during that time, so it was insane to
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
reaction and receive the amount of love that we did at Champs. It was insane. Shout out to everybody who came up and said hey to us, or I signed a nipple, a male nipple.
Mhm.
I signed a
Important.
controller.
Important to say the male part.
I wanted to clarify. I did take my wife there, so it was my wife's first event as well. But I mean, to me, it's still, and I think this is just because I love seeing the professionalism side of things. It's just so cool to see Call of Duty that legit. Like, I go down the street to the boba shop and they were like, yo, what's that event going down there? And I'm like, it's a Call of Duty thing. And then like a truck drives by and it's a R-Cities and a BZ after party advertisement. I'm like, yo, this is insane
So dope.
just to see the growth of it. But I mean, to go from, we went to every single Black Ops 4 event and worked the scuff booth for 2 or 3 days at a time, to not going to a single event for 2 years. I missed it. Missed it.
That was the odd part. Is like usually we would go there for kind of work. We used to literally go in there, work the booth for like 5-6 hours, standing up, just like having fun with the homies 3v3, to just actually just going in as a spectator. It felt different, but at the same time, it was fun. It obviously sucked that the boys were knocked out early, but like going there Championship Sunday to watch Ultra and FaZe plays, and the whole stadium was packed. That was dope to me. I was like, dude, Call of Duty is lit. It's still alive, so
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Dude, if we had played on Sunday, because the thing is we got knocked out on Thursday, and a lot of the people that we knew, we got knocked out on Friday.
We got knocked Friday.
And a lot of people that
Friday.
we knew got there Friday night. So like a lot, like the amount of people that were there. First of all, on Thursday there was like hardly anyone there, and then on Friday there was on Friday there was a lot of people, and then on Saturday there was a lot of people. But we didn't even go on Saturday. We went to Disneyland.
Yeah, we went to Disney.
Then on Sunday,
Yeah,
I mean,
we had to.
Yeah, we had to.
It was a regain day.
Had to.
We were down bad.
That shit was fun though. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was fun, but
really
I could not stand at the end of that Disney trip.
Dude,
I
the
was
photo I
like, oh.
have of the three of y'all, and maybe I'll send it into True or something. The photo I have, it's like Lex leaning asleep on Hitch's shoulder. Hitch is standing there like trying to hold it together, and George is on the ground like this.
Dude,
Like-
it's such a good picture.
That's
That's literally how we felt at the end of that
exhausted. I mean, we put in 12 hours straight.
Yeah.
Disney. Just walking.
Straight to both parks, California Adventure and Disneyland. I mean,
was fun,
it
though.
sucked for them to lose, but like, I mean, at least FaZe, not that Toronto didn't, but just in terms of like the whole legacy, Toronto's a relatively new org.
Yeah.
FaZe pulled up. There were hella FaZe
Oh,
people.
there were a lot of FaZe.
Hella FaZe people. I just can't. I would love to see current day and age OpTic blowing up on a Sunday. I would love that.
OpTic on a Sunday.
I mean, and we will be there.
Yeah.
And I will be wearing green.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be good. It's definitely gonna be the future. The future is definitely bright. Just with how well Seth played, and how you can just even just talking to Seth, because I haven't talked to Seth about like business stuff in a long time, but traveling with him and hanging out with him over the past week, you can see that it's in his mind too, like making OpTic better. You know what I mean? Like making OpTic not just Call of Duty, but OpTic as a whole, like just thinking ahead. And also he is so focused on his game. Like so focused. It's actually like almost like borderline psychotic.
I mean, that's hard to do.
He's so he's so much older than everyone else, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not even necessarily his age; it's how long he's been in the game.
Right.
Because he started as young as you can start with being allowed to play. I mean, he's 26, right? So it's like in the grand scheme of things, you're not old, dog.
That's
But
true.
in gamer years, you've competed professionally for what?
Dude,
10 years?
Beginning.
You got to think about
years?
people that are in COD, people that are not in Call of Duty anymore. He is teamed with Aches, who doesn't play anymore. He's teamed with Big Timer, who hasn't played in a very long time. He teamed with Rambo, who's been a coach for 4 years. You know what I mean? Like he came in the time or in the era that started competitive Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And still cooking the young kids.
Still cooking. Yeah, he's still like
that's
a top sub. And I think,
dude, and to be a top sub, like that's
right.
hard.
I'm not throwing shade at the ARs, but like it requires a different level of wrist strength to be a top sub.
That's
like you
true.
got, I mean, with today's movement mechanics, you got to be in there.
That's true.
You can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna play chill and use my map knowledge to win. It's like, no, dog, you gotta get in there.
Yeah.
Oh no, all the
And
top
he gets
subs
in there.
nowadays are just crackheads.
They're
So
freaks.
to be able to compete with those guys still is just like insane.
Like with Matt retiring, I was talking about it with Roger. With Matt retiring, I think it's gonna be like two unless Clay retires this year. I think it's gonna be like 2 or 3 more years that those three
Battle it out. Just Titans.
Because they're the last ones. Unless Matt comes back next year, which I don't think he will. It's very rare anyone comes back. Like every time I see Rated tweet about how he's coming back because it's World War II, I'm like, stop, Doug.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if has anyone ever retired and
Dude,
came back? I don't know of anyone.
I guarantee you no one from Warzone will come back because as soon as dog. Look, man. I love not that. I love me some Warzone pros. I get my ass beat on the regular in tournament from the Warzone pros. But as soon as they put a big toe back into the pool of CDL, they are getting absolutely hork slammed, dog. It is not the same.
Yeah.
And so like when you're getting that type of respect and that type of clout on your name in Warzone, and then to dive back into the piranha pit that is the CDL, it's just not going to happen, in my opinion, from Warzone to CDL. And if someone does that, more power to them to be able to hang on both. I just don't see it happening. The only thing I can see happening is someone like Matt, who's like, yo, I'm not going to play. And he's like, never mind, actually, I'm going to play. Like, I could see that more than I could see Warzone back to God. But how many? We got Krim, Clay, Seth. Who else do you have in your mind, or is that it?
That's it.
In terms of like the OGs that we're going to see battle it out.
That's the only ones left.
I was about to say, who else is left?
Those are the only ones left.
Yep.
I mean, even people that are still playing, they're not in the league. Like Nato still plays. I think Nato won Challengers Champs.
Challengers, yeah.
Like he still plays and he's still very good, but he's just not in the league.
Yeah. Really? Out of all the OGs.
Same with Methods. Same with Zuma. You know what I mean? Like there are people, a bunch of, because those are even OGs, but those are OGs that came after Seth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Seth was playing 3 years before Methods started playing, or before I even heard who Methods was, because I didn't hear who he was until Black Ops 2. And Seth was playing in Modern Warfare 2. Like, it's crazy how long those three have been playing. They've been playing forever. I think they all three started in COD 4. I think. Maybe Seth started later, but I think they all started in COD 4. Because people say
dude, because you got Apathy still playing too.
App is still playing. That's true.
That dude's been playing for a long
been around.
App is still playing. I mean, there's a lot of people that are still playing, but as far as like you know what I mean? It's like the top 5, or like the top 5, top 10 people of all time. Like,
yeah. I mean, Apathy has 2 rings, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
That's what I'm saying.
His daughter gonna be watching while she's in college. Like, go, Dad.
That's what I'm saying.
Get us another ring.
He's another one. Like, he's a sleeper.
He is a sleeper, and App and Attach. I mean, App, Attach, and I mean there are some, but like,
it still is a slightly different, era.
If we're talking, I don't think. Here's what I'll say. I don't think Seth or Ian or Clay is going to look at apathy and attach and say, or other people like that and say, I got to keep going if they're playing. But I think they will look at Ian and Seth that way. You know what I mean?
Like last one standing, one still winning.
I want to keep going. You know what I mean? Like I want to. It's like the Messi Ronaldo thing. I don't think they're done anytime soon. You know what I mean?
They're gonna see who's gonna give up first until someone can't run anymore. They're like, all right, dude.
Literally, are you have arthritis on the fucking field? You can't even.
When
you're gonna have to drag his ass out.
Literally, Tiger Woods
out in the debut game and dropping 2 goals out the gate. He's good.
You know, Messi was like
in the Premier League.
You know, when that first ball popped out and he slotted in, he was like, "Of course they give him the free."
He shot it with his left on the ground, and it goes between the keeper's legs.
Like, what?
Like, how do you not save that? You know, like, come on. Man.
Both goals were kind of like, what?
Yeah,
like,
both goals were like
W.
Hey,
but he is playing in the Premier League, so you can't give him any.
Yeah, the Premier League's kind of trash now.
Because Messi's playing in the French league.
Must get more respect for his Argentina.
The subs are on the sideline shooting espresso and smoking cigs, and then they just throw them and sub out. I love it.
Yeah, I don't think they're done. I don't think those 3 are done anytime soon. We'll see. I don't know who was teaming with who. I don't even know what teams have been announced besides the LA Thieves team, which looks like a really good team.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to see another year of Call of Duty, and hopefully every event is on LAN, and hopefully we get a lot of spectators, because I don't think anything. There was a couple of things that happened after the Texas LAN, like some people got COVID, but I haven't heard anything bad happen after that. LA.
About Champs, no. Champs was so well organized too. I mean, like checking vaccines and checking your COVID test results in the gate. Like, I was very impressed. Like I said, with like the professionalism of everything. As long as that keeps going, which it will, with the CDL, I'm very, very pleased at where we're headed.
All right. Well, that has been episode 12 of the Summercast. I hope you guys enjoyed us reminiscing a little bit on all of our LA trips, and I will be back in LA this Thursday.
Have fun, man.
Thanks.
Weed and warfare, baby.
Bye, guys.
Peace.